Your point of view, because a lot of people have started self-publishing because they feel there's more money in the game, and also a lot of people are avoiding agents and going straight to a publisher. So just wanted to know what your points of views are on both these, obviously from a monetary point of view.
So one of the things about having an agent is that they kind of watch out for you and they can negotiate better than, unless of course you're a brilliant negotiator yourself, okay? I'm not, so I definitely need an agent to negotiate for me. And the other aspect of course is that you also need, self-publishing involves a lot of work. Because once you have the book, you don't have a marketing machinery in place, right? So why I'm telling you this is that briefly, I became a publisher, very briefly. I published 5 wonderful books, including Ashok Ferry's wonderful book called Cut Pieces, and where I wasn't able to make, an impression was not being able to have a marketing machinery in place. So they, with a publishing house, they have, they have a system that they work out with booksellers and book distributors and stuff like that. Now, unless you have a lot of time or you have like somebody who's dedicated to helping you with this, I'm not so sure how efficiently self-publishing can work. Or, for instance, now if you're someone like who has already an established name in another area, then probably what happens is that you bring with it a whole, for instance, a chef, a chef could actually write a cookbook, and there would be lots of people who would want and self-publish it, and a lot of people who would want to pick it up because the chef already has a certain reputation for creating marvelous food. So when you are writing fiction or poetry, or children's fiction, definitely poetry and children's fiction, they will keep telling you doesn't sell. But with fiction, again, the 1,500 friends will, probably pick up a copy. And there are no guarantees even about that, because they'll say they will pick it up and they may never pick it up. So I would think that self-publishing, unless it's a niche book, that probably try and go with a publisher, at least for the first few books, so that, you don't have to kind of be caught up in this whole rigmarole of trying to write the book, publish it, and then sell it.
As regards agent, I never had an agent for 16 of my novels, but the 17th book, because I'm a good negotiator, so I can do my math and negotiate, and I'm not afraid or shy to negotiate. But for my 17th book, I decided to go for an agent simply because I was tired. I said, I've negotiated so many times, let the agent do it. And I completely agree with Anita, because self-publishing is a lot of work, including your cover design, which is so important for a book. So when you have a traditional publisher, they'll take care of all of that as well, editing. Otherwise, you'll have to outsource all of it, cover design, editing, marketing. So I completely agree with her on that.
We have a question out there.
Hi Anita, this is for you. I'm Dinushi Abevikrama. I do have my own publishing house here as well. When you say you're self-promoting your own book, how do you deal with the critics? You expect the publisher to answer for you, or do you address them yourself?
I don't engage with my critics at all.
If you have any critics.
No, I do. There are people who are very happy to decimate me. Then I remember what one of my agents once told me. She said, if everybody liked you, then you're banal. So I think of that every time I have a bad review. But yes, so the thing is that I don't engage with critics, because then it becomes like a, sling fest in the media. So the best thing is to ignore it, and if you have, what I do is, if I have a great review, I kind of make sure that it's put out. The publisher will also do it. They do it themselves. They will put out, let's say a tweet or an X or an Insta thing of the good review. So you try and make sure that, that the good reviews get a greater visibility than the bad ones. But the thing is that ultimately the reader will, discover for himself or herself that, whether they like this book or not. And if they don't like your writing, they may never read you again. So, because it's not like it's not like taking your vitamin pills that you have to take them one way or the other. So, I think the only times, oh yeah, but I must tell you this before I forget. The only, the best way is I've dealt with terrible reviews is I've used them in my own writing. In the sense that I was writing this book, Mistress, which is about performing art, Kathakali, which is from Kerala. And there is a particular scene where this young actor, performer, is performing for the first time, and he sees in the audience this very well-known critique, a drama critique there. And the drama critic kind of tears his work apart. So when I was writing that scene, I was like, how do I write a bad review of somebody's work? And then I said, yay, I have this bad review. Let me just go look at it and borrow phrases from it. And that's what I did. So bad reviews have their uses too.
Sorry. Yeah.